get stupid on the stoop.
Oh my goodness.
I would take notes if I were you.
Oh my goodness.
This was designed with the stars.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two very good defenses on the field today. Both rank in the top 10 in fewest yards allowed, and each wants to prove that it's no fluke. The Ravens are top 10 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Steelers, who will need to find a way to move the football.
Larry, we are coming to you from the heart of Baltimore, nestled between Russell Street and I-395. We're at M&T Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. On play action, they'll throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Powers. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
10 more there and another first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Again, it's Johnson, and he'll be knocked down sideways, right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Dalton, 1st and 10. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, a 22. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
Finding some room at midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. There he goes left side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
An exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And he's got it up and through. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Throwing again. Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
Partner, I know the ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. It's Powers. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Play fake. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. Right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out-leveraging the offense.
This is taken at the 18. Evades the tackler, and now some space. Shifts past him at the 45. Might have been 1 man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Try to get 1 more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Ten yards still left on 2nd down.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Hurry up, here we go. Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Gun.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll look to throw here. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This will be fielded at the 8. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 25. 5-yard line. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
He'll start out on the ground with Bell. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Second down, Dalton. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Throwing on 3rd and long. Dalton. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And that stretches the lead to 27. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Second down now after the incompletion. Here's Bell. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. This is Bell on the dump off. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup. I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. On second down, it's Bell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Here's Dalton. He's going deep for Brown. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another one.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. This is Bell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And on 2nd and 10 now. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And his throw here is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Detroit! Detroit! No, check. Patriot! Patriot! No, check. Patriot! Patriot! Detroit!
Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down now after the pass completion.
All right, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it looks like Steeler football. It is.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
All right, let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. And he's got room. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Bell. Always got some breathing room. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for 14 yards. And they're going to face a third down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
To throw here, Dalton. Ertz has it left side. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Fresh set of downs here.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. Oh, no. Hey. Oh, no. Heavy. Alert 3.
Dalton here from the gun. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the... right at the 44-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing him.
Steps away to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's got some space here. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, no. Hurry up, here we go. Blue line, Leopard.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Good.
The slot man in motion right.
Under 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Here we go. All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Hurry up, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the 1st down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
Red zone opportunity.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, They took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Flushed out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
No, check, Patriot.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect.
Philosophy at this point going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal.
All right, here we go.
Here we go with Johnson. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. Johnson kept out of the end zone on 4th down, and the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. And the Steelers set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. And it'll be Dalton again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On play action, they'll throw. Going up top. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Jarrell Casey with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
Now, this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
So 2nd and 10 here. Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because...
No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt.
all the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's Dalton trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield?
Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and forever. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out.
And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
All right, here we go.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Throwing. Dalton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Second down, Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Throwing on third and long. Dalton, pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And now here come the Ravens. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. the practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The Ravens on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Going for the deep ball. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. They'll drop the throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Miami next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
Been rolling on the freeway, I've been riding 85. I've been thinking way too much, and I'm way too gonna drive. I got anger in my chest, I got millions on my mind, and you didn't fit the picture, so I guess you want the vibe.
Yellow if you on my right leg, that's Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Yellow if you on my man, that's